This is my husband, Jared.
This is my wife, Jennie.
This is CherryPieCottage.
Episode 98.
What?
And I have nothing stupid to say.
This is take 2, FYI. We live in Lubbock, Texas. We absolutely 100% love it here, even though it is stinking hot today and windy and dirt's blowing everywhere. But we still love it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to our new viewers. Hi, stick around.
Howdy.
Returning viewers, you know. It's why you're back. Do you have anything to add to the intro?
Nope.
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 Well, take 2, I said, this is CherryPieCottage, and instead of saying the episode and then something stupid, he goes, and she let me back in the house.
But I'm not telling that joke because it's not funny.
It's not, because I didn't lock you out last time. You just were busy at work and we couldn't record. And you decided to do math with the boy. So, what's been going on?
Our house is breaking.
So, on the last episode, we talked about how the sewer pipe was clogged.
Did we?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
So not we, but you.
We.
Oh.
We.
Oh.
Not we.
It's the royal we.
We. Anyways, so the city came out and looked at it, and they could not find at all what the plumber had found originally. Good news is they scoped ours 3 times and said there was no damage.
Yep.
So, I don't know. But
They did say one of our pipes is just not completely round. It's like just egg-shaped a little bit. But no damage to it. It's just egg-shaped.
and that might have been because of who built the house. They were cutting corners.
Oh, yeah.
So,
not going to say who that was.
We did not buy this house new. We are only the 3rd owners of this house. But we didn't have to pay for it. There's no damage. We don't have to call another plumber out. Everything's working fine again. So, yay. But in the middle of all of this, our dryer went out.
Mm-hmm.
The one we bought 2 years ago when the other one went completely. Well, the other one was what, 12 years old?
We had that one for years.
Yeah, and it went out. This one, it still tumbles, just no heat.
Yep.
At all. So, but we bought a 5-year warranty on it, so...
Yeah, but getting somebody out here for it.
You know what? I don't care. We don't have to pay for it. It's inconvenient. It's not the washer. The dryer I can deal with. It's not the washer.
That's true. A washer going out, that would be bad.
Yes. So, we are just trying to be grateful for the good parts. Like, we didn't have to pay for anything on the sewer pipe. It was inconvenient. Yes. The dryer, not heating. Yes, it is very inconvenient. But you know what? It's doable. It's inconvenient. We just have clothes hanging up everywhere, and I can only do 1 load a day. So, however, it's summertime, which means it's hot enough in the house the clothes dry quickly. Because during the winter, it takes forever for things to dry when they're hung up. But during the summer, they dry like really, really quickly.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to add to what's been going on?
No.
Is Michael officially done with your part of school?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was like, a week after the last episode, he goes, yeah, we're done.
We're going to have to do it again next year. It's nothing he did. It was just timing and everything. We were so far behind on it anyway. And we were behind, but he was ahead. So now we're just on schedule, really.
But he was already taking his math. He was going to take his freshman year anyway. So It's not like he's going to be behind.
Right.
Basically, they're just going to finish up next school year.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll start geometry once they finish that. Or do you want to just go ahead and move on to Algebra 2?
Probably just do Algebra 2, and then Algebra 3, and then...
Why Algebra 3?
I don't know. Is there an Algebra 3?
No, it's geometry. And then your next one is either trigonometry or calculus. But you decided to go with business math instead.
I'm not doing calculus.
No, we're going to do...
I'm not doing calculus. Calculus...
Business math fits more with what he is wanting to do.
Yes.
So, he wants to run his own business eventually, basically. But if you don't have anything else to add to what's been going on except for your signature answer.
Work.
Not much else.
Not much else.
Yeah. Hey babe, what you drinking?
I am drinking, drank it was a half and half of sweet watermelon tea and prickly pear lemonade.
Yeah.
Really good.
I have the same thing. Mine's a half and half. I just don't down my drinks like he does.
So good. And there's a little place here in town called Thirsties. I don't know if they're anywhere else. It just says Lubbock, Texas on the cup. So
yeah, we've reviewed them before. Like, we really like this place. This is the one where we also got all the, like, freeze-dried candies and stuff from. Mm-hmm. So, I've come to the conclusion, I only like the sour ones that are from there. I only like the sour freeze-dried stuff.
So.
I wonder if you could freeze-dry pickles.
Why would you want to?
Because it's me and I love pickles. Dill pickles. Like, real... dill pickles.
Why not just get a dehydrator and put dill pickles in there? Or deal pickles or...
No. Why are you saying deal?
Because that's what you said.
No, I said dill.
You said real deal pickles.
Real deal pickles.
See?
My accent gets in the way. I say deal or dill. It comes out either way, but he knows what I'm talking about half the time. So, comes out either way. I love pickles, but I don't like sweet pickles, and I don't like, what are the other dill pickles I don't like?
Well, there's dill and there's sweet.
No.
You don't like kosher dill.
Yes, don't like kosher dill because...
too much garlic.
Yeah, that's really the only difference is that it's got garlic in it. That's what makes it kosher, and it's made with kosher salt.
And her dad are super picky about pickles. They cannot taste like cucumbers.
No, I don't.
Because even though that's what pickles are made of.
I want them to be salty and sour, okay? Sorry. Michael and my dad are the ones that are the super, super picky.
Okay, yeah.
I will eat dill pickles. They're not, I have my favorites. I know what I prefer. So, I want them to be sour and salty. Mm-hmm. I don't want them to be more savory or sweet. I hate sweet pickles or spicy pickles.
Oh, I love me some spicy pickles.
And he will eat just about any pickle. He's even eaten pickled baby corn. Which actually, pickled baby corn's not that bad. And you've eaten... Oh, I like pickled okra too. If you've never had pickled okra.
Pickled baby corn.
Well, anything, whenever you see it on the buffets, it's pickled.
Yeah.
It's always pickled.
Oh. You say so. I do love some pickled okra.
Pickled okra's good.
Ooh. Love me some pickled okra. There's only two acceptable ways to eat okra. Pickled or fried. So, if you're eating okra in a stew or a salad or anything
slimy,
like that,
no thank you.
Ugh.
No.
Well, like, pickled and fried are the only two ways to have it where it's not slimy.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
those are the only two acceptable ways to eat okra.
I wonder if anybody outside of North America knows what okra really is. Or even up in Canada if they have okra. Let us know.
Why wouldn't they have okra?
I don't know.
This is like the conversation we were having earlier about the animals. Like, we don't know some of our animals are weird to other people because we have them. They're everywhere.
Yeah, like rattlesnakes.
Yeah. I never would have thought people outside of America or, the
even
American
outside
continent.
of Southern America.
They have never seen a rattlesnake. And I'm just like, oh, it's a rattlesnake.
I've seen them come about this close from stepping on one, and its rattle is what saved me.
So, but maybe food is the same way. Maybe they're. I don't know.
We know food is the same way. When we went to Canada, there was things there we couldn't get here, and vice versa. Like, they can't get Dove chocolate in Canada.
They only get one kind of Captain Crunch.
They only have one kind of gravy too. so, biscuits and gravy for breakfast seems weird to everybody outside of the U.S. apparently, which we didn't really realize either. And
that might even be a southern thing, like people up north.
They only know about it because somebody from the south went up.
Yeah. But anyway.
So let us know if y'all have okra if you live outside of the U.S. or if you even know what that really is and if you've tried it. So, and
I think they had okra in Japan.
No, they didn't.
I could have sworn we had okra in Japan.
We got pickled okra from the commissary on base, which means it was American. We never found it off base.
I could have swore we saw something like the Just Go.
The only other kind that we had fried okra was at the American restaurant on the Navy base.
That's true too. Okay.
So, but let us know because that's just something I was like.
And if y'all have something weird, I won't say weird. If y'all have something specific to where you live
that you didn't realize was weird,
let us know. Let us know. I'd love to try it.
If we can get a hold of it.
Like some Hawkins cheesers.
We know we like those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody in Canada that wants
if y'all have an excess of Hawkins cheesers.
Yeah.
They were cheesers, right? Hosers, something. I don't know. Something like that. Hawkins hosers.
Not that word. That's like an insult.
I don't know. Hawkins, like Canadian Cheetos. Canadian Cheetos.
They're better than Cheetos.
If y'all have an excess of them, let me know. I mean, I would be happy to take them off.
We could totally do a trade of Dove chocolate for those.
Yeah.
Or coffee crisps.
Yeah.
Because we can't get those here either. Those are really bad. So, but if you have an excess, we could be the ones that you send them to.
Yeah.
Just saying. We don't know when we're gonna get back up to Canada either, sadly. So.
No.
But it's time to move on to faux party. I almost forgot to do the hands. So, babe, do you have a faux?
I do.
Can I show?
I have two faux.
Can I show my faux first? Because yours are congruent, and you don't have anything else to show after. Thank you. Hey, I love you.
I love you too.
Give me a kiss.
Hey babe, do you have a faux?
Yes, I do. So I finished the Poca Poca hat, which is for Haley. So it is, but it's reversible. So, do you want to put it on? Because my hair will get messed up.
Well, so will mine, but.
So mind you, his head is bigger than mine.
Much bigger.
Even with all the hair on my head. So I told her sorry, I did not mean to stick my finger up your nose. But she can wear it like this and it'll give her like an extra over her ears.
That is enormous.
Yeah. I followed the pattern. That's all I did was follow the pattern.
I could use one of these. You want to make me one?
We'll see. You don't even wear the hats you already have.
I do too.
We'll see. You're going to have to pick out some yarn first.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot guarantee you it will get done quickly. Because that's a lot of just knit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want it exactly like that? That size and everything?
Maybe put the baby pattern in it. That'd be
I am not putting a pattern in it.
Well, you're no fun.
I know.
Now my hair's all messed up.
But it's done. So, Haley loves it. It's the size of my head. It's huge. I followed the pattern. Haley loves it, so that's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
Do you have any faux?
I have two faux.
What?
Actually, I have like 1.5. Okay, because...
And one of them's not even yours.
Because I didn't fully make this one.
Okay.
Okay. This one, however, was all me. So, when we were in Dallas back in March, we went to the woodcraft store, which has woodworking, pin stuff, all that jazz. But they also have knife kits. Okay. So what you get is you get the blade, which also extends all the way down to the end of the handle. And then you have to put the wood handle on.
You make the wood handle.
Yeah. So that's what I did. This is, if I remember right, it's Bolivian rosewood, I think.
I don't know.
And that's just one piece. That's not sandwiched or anything like that. That is one piece of wood.
It's just that's the way that wood is naturally 2 different colors.
Yeah. It's just naturally two-tone like that. But I bought the wood and the knife kit there. And a good friend of mine here has all the right tools for doing this. So once we got the wood glued on, then we just took it over to his house. And he let us use his tools in his workshop. So this one is mine.
Same person you always go to?
Yeah.
Scott?
Yep. And then Michael also got one.
Which he was super excited about too.
Yeah. The only problem is the sheath doesn't really do a whole lot to keep it locked in.
No.
So, but this is Michael's. His handle, I can't remember. It's either walnut or mesquite.
I thought it was mesquite. I'm pretty sure it's mesquite.
I can't remember which one it was, but this is his. So
you need to shine up his handle a little bit.
Yeah.
On.
Well, there's a gap right here that I gotta close up too. I just need to put more epoxy in there.
Mm.
But that's Michael's. He designed the shape of the handle, and he actually did all the shaping on it.
He wanted this though for processing deer, right?
Yeah, these are hunting knives.
Yeah.
So
because if you're new here, him and our son both go deer hunting and dove hunting. They go hunting a lot, but we do it for meat. I mean, and yes, it's nice if they can get one with some nice antlers on it, but really they're doing it for the meat. They try to use as much as possible. So
we are definitely not trophy hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Would a trophy be nice? Yes, but that's not the ultimate goal.
Right. And our son is like, that's kind of his passion.
Yeah,
is hunting, and fishing.
We're actually trying to figure out how we can save up the money for us to go on a big hunt out in Colorado, like bear and moose, or not moose, but elk.
Yeah, I mean, he would love to go shoot a moose.
Oh yeah,
he would love to go.
I'd love to go shoot a moose.
Doing that is a lot harder where
you know
we
how much
live.
meat you get off of a moose?
Yeah, and it'd probably have to be in Maine and not Canada, because in Maine you could actually get the meat back to the house.
Well, I can get the meat back to the house from Canada too.
Nah, I don't know. Regulations and stuff, that's the problem.
Regulations,
I mean,
smegulations.
we know enough people in Canada we could give the moose meat to, though.
But a moose meat.
Yeah, well, I do too. We use our deer meat like you would ground beef, basically. So, and oh my goodness, our son makes some of the best chicken fried deer steak.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
Really good. Yeah, and forgot to mention in what's been going on, our son is officially a high schooler now. He just finished 8th grade.
And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, y'all aren't old enough to have a high schooler.
Well, we also
you would be wrong, because we also have a college student. So,
so I figured it up. Higley will be graduating college the same year Mike graduates high school.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 graduations in 1 year. One, our son, he's just like, nah, I just want to go hunting. Don't give me a party. I don't want...
Yeah.
We homeschooled, by the way. In case you didn't know this. Our daughter will probably actually go to an actual graduation ceremony and...
For college, yeah.
Yeah. So, but our son's like, why? It's high school. He doesn't even want a party. So... It doesn't matter.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So He's very, like, he has his little friends, and that's it. He's good. He doesn't need anybody else. He's not much of a talker either.
Mm.
So, unless you know him, and then sometimes he can talk your ear off.
Yeah. Well, we have a friend that every time she sees him is always trying to get him to talk to her, and he will never talk to her. And I think it's become just part of their like, I don't want to say relationship, but their dynamic is.
It started out him being stubborn, and he just kept it up because he thought it was funny, and Rachel thinks it's funny too. Yeah. So the orthodontist now is trying to do that. Like, the assistants are always trying to get him to talk, and he's just like, yep. He's
a teenager.
Well, that's not even just him. That's not even just because he's a teenager. He's done that his entire life.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, which coming from me is kind of weird, because our daughter, like, will come in. They were gone for a couple of hours yesterday morning. I was at the house by myself because she was at work. She came home, and for an hour and a half she talked, just nonstop talk. And about the time she quit talking to go get ready to go do her whatever she was doing the rest of the day, they came home. I was like, well, okay. I had plans to do other things while they were gone. Anyways, were you done with faux party? Because we.
I am. Yeah. I showed my photos.
Okay. Do you want to talk about them anymore at all?
No.
Okay.
Well then. One thing. Michael's knife has already drawn blood twice.
By the adult that was helping.
The guy that was helping us, like, poked a hole in his finger with it, and then Michael cut himself with it as well. I had it wrapped in cardboard. Taped, so that way you can handle it without hurting yourself. He managed to hurt himself, and so did Michael. So.
Yeah. Michael's like, well, lesson learned. I will be a lot more careful next time.
Yep.
So, but it's time to move on to
Whip it good.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
You got any whips?
I do not.
Do you have any gonna be whips to talk about?
Nope.
You are so boring.
I know.
You had another foe from last weekend. He finished the fence.
Oh, mostly. I still have to do this side right over here.
Okay, out of
right there.
Yeah, it's the side gate part, but that's going to take you like that long.
Yeah, the side gate's still going to be that
You also
hard.
have to wait and get the door for it before you can do anything.
Yes, but like the part that separates our yard from the neighbor's yards is done. Our yard from the alley is done.
The side over here.
The side you see from the street, done.
So it's no longer higgledy-piggledy and mosh.
Higgledy-piggledy?
Yes, over here. Because...
I think you mean piggly-wiggly.
No, higgledy-piggledy. I know what I'm saying. I don't know if I've ever used that phrase in front of you, but it is a phrase.
If you say so.
It's a very old phrase. But it was kind of... Okay, so when we got Rosie was showing us all the rotten boards.
Yes.
Because...
She would push up against them and...
Yeah, for like, 3 weeks straight?
Something like that, yeah.
Every other day she would be in the neighbor's yard because we thought we had, because Michael would go out once she found one that had broke and he just put one of the new boards over. So it was old, new, old, new, old, new.
Yeah,
I mean, just it was bad. But Rosie just kept finding them. Well, we finally got them all patched up and then he got busy at work. And so I was just like, so what, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, babe, can you finish it before it starts getting hot? And he was like, yes. So he finished it. I'm excited.
Which best weekend I could have finished it on.
Yes, because it had been 100
the week before we were in the hundreds. That morning I get up, it was 55 degrees, and it wasn't going to get out of the 70s.
And it was cool and breezy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I did get sunburned because the sun was out, but it was still like 60, 70 degrees finishing that part of the fence.
So it was all good. And then day before yesterday, Michael goes out to let him in the morning, and Rosie's in the alley. She found a broken board over here.
Yeah.
So, but we think that was probably from the city. They did it by accident.
Yeah.
So, but...
And I will have y'all know, world record for building a fence. Okay, world record. It's only taken me like 5 years. So...
When we bought the house, we knew we'd have to redo the fence because the fence on this side was falling.
Yeah,
literally.
very much so.
Camera just stopped recording because, 30 minutes in, and we
What
haven't
is this
really...
podcast even about?
Yarn. So he had to do this side because the wind just kind of on it, and it fell over.
It completely fell over.
Yeah.
And then one day I woke up and I slept wrong or something, so my back was hurting. And I said, hey, the best way to make your back stop hurting is to go do manual labor. So I went out and knocked down the whole back fence. The whole thing. Redid it all that day.
Not that day. It took you a couple of days.
Well, maybe a couple days, but still.
Yeah.
Knocked down the whole back fence because my back was hurting.
Yeah, his back was still hurting. So,
but it got better quicker.
Yeah. Well, Michael, for the longest time, he kept saying, Mom, can I just go over there and push the fence over and tell Dad that the wind blew it over so he'll fix it? It's like, no, son, Rude. You can't do that. That's not nice.
And I will say, I am no professional fence builder, nor am I an amateur fence builder. I am more of I got in over my head fence builder.
You're a DIYer.
I am a TIYer. Okay. Means try it yourself. So
I think you did a pretty good job. However, he said if we ever have to do it again, where you have to put the poles and everything in, we're hiring a company.
Most definitely.
But we put in metal poles, so really the only thing we should have to replace is the wood, and it'll be a lot faster. And
all the metal set in concrete, so it shouldn't go anywhere.
The only way we would have to redo it is if we wanted a taller fence, because the poles aren't that tall, are at just the right height, basically.
Yeah. So
now it's time to really talk about whips.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't know.
Do we need to do the whip it good again?
No.
Okay.
So, well, technically the fence is a whip.
It has been a whip.
It is a work in progress. Yes. Okay, so.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
What you whipping up?
How are you going to wait until I start to talk about it?
Because I was supposed to ask you and you didn't give me a chance to ask you.
You did, and then I said, yes, I do, but you also have one too. And that's how we got off on the tangent and rabbit hole of fences.
And we still have yet to talk about yarn.
No, we talked about yarn because I finished that project.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, 32 minutes in, and we're finally really getting into the meat of it.
Oh, my goodness.
So, in my Erin Lane bag, friend sent to me, and it's Wizard of Oz. Ta-da! Is my Gardenia wrap. I am on the other edging, y'all. And I specifically did not start on that other edging because I didn't want to have it finished and not blocked. So this one's been on the back burner. This one will be finished by next time though. So I'm gonna stretch out that corner.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
And it was all rolled up.
Here is the other corner. So, ta-da! So you knit it, it's a wrap, but you knit it from one edge to the other edge. A lot of stitches. It's not complete stockinette, there is eyelets in it.
Here's the instructions.
Stop. So it will, that's what it looks like. So you knit from the top to the bottom. But the colors.
Now you just gave away the secret sauce.
Oh, whatever. The colors. What is this one? Haha. Okay, so the red, the solid, is by Lollipop Girl Yarns. And it is, the doctor is in. It was a 2 skein set. He used the other skein.
Yes.
So.
The Dr. Pepper set.
Yeah. So there's that. Then the top part is Lollipop Girl Yarns. And this is how much I had left. And it is, there's always room for hot cocoa. And this is fingering weight, by the way. Then the other one is by Tippy Tree Yarns. And I've had this one in my stash for a while. It is the Nutcracker. And that's how much I had left. So almost full skeins. Almost. Tippy Trees was 460 and the other one was 400. Yeah, Tippy Tree was 463. So I just have the other edging to do, and it's really not that much. But like I said, I didn't want to finish it until I could actually block it and show it to y'all. So there we go, because this definitely needs a block to open up those eyelets and stuff more. But there's that. A giant thing.
Oh, that's good.
The end pressed. You gonna chunk it for me?
Yep.
Okay. Then, in my Ginger Snap Wizard of Oz bag, gee, do you think I love Wizard of Oz or no? This is a free pattern by Hedgehog Fibers. It is called, let me see, Outline. There you go. It's a wrap too, because I have discovered I wear wraps better. But last time I showed you, I had just started this orange right here. So, there we go. Oh good, on camera you can't actually see the difference between the 2 oranges.
Mm-hmm.
So I am using an Advent from Lollipop Girl Yarns. It's her first Advent. It was a Christmas one.
43 pounds of yarn.
This is 20 gram minis in one. So I had a separate ball that was the other 4 minis. But that's 20 of them into one ball. It just makes it easier rather than having, and I did them in the order I wanted to do because I'm fading them. So I'm doing 20 rows per repeat, and then in between I'm doing 1 repeat of Yarn Circus Earl. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the gray I love.
It's a nice gray.
Amazing gray. That I had to wait years for him to finally decide he didn't like fingering weight, and he gave it to me. So, I still have quite a bit of yarn left after that. So I feel like I'm probably going to be making socks too. Or something else. I don't know. But make something for Haley's room when she moves out. But
I was going to make party balloons.
you can't wait for her to move out. Not because we don't love her. We will miss her dearly. She's still going to be here in town. She is a 19-year-old that knows everything. Mom and Dad know nothing. So she just needs some life experience, and I'm just whatever. He's getting 19-year-old Haley in the face more than I am. I was getting it in the fall, right before Christmas. It's one of those things. She's 19. Every kid at that age does that. They know everything. Mom knows nothing. Smartest people in the world. So, she's decided she's going to move out. She does have roommates. So, and if we didn't think she could do it, we would, be talking to her more. It's just, she's really overconfident about having, anyways, she gonna be a poor student and she just does not realize that.
Nope.
So, this is my campsite by Alicia Plummer. You know, like every kid when they first move out of mom and dad's house. So, last time I was like up here. I'm halfway through like the third section, and then I have one more section and then the ribbing. I really hope that I'm gonna have enough yarn to finish this. This is No Makers. Elf Pooped in My Stocking. It's fingering weight, but I'm holding it double, which is why you have the marled look.
Oh, okay. That's honestly what I was trying to figure out. I was like, why is it all nice and neat and stripy, and then all of a sudden it's TV static?
Yeah. I was hoping that all of it would look like this, but up here it was just too, there wasn't enough in the row. So.
Dropped a stitch right there.
No, I didn't.
In there,
no,
in there. You got a bunch of holes in here, babe.
You mean eyelets like they're supposed to be?
Oh, well, all right then. And how do you make the eyelet? Do you have to drop a stitch?
No.
No.
You know how to make eyelets.
I don't. Why would I know how? I never made eyelets.
It's yarn overs.
Well, I never did any of that.
You've never ever knit lace.
No.
Even when you knit that thing for your mom, there wasn't even
No.
Oh my goodness. Eyelets are like one of the most basic
No,
things.
the Messalina was like just knit, but it had a cable right down the middle of it.
And yours could stand up on its own.
And mine stood up on its own because of how tight I knit.
Well, in his defense, we had just learned.
Yeah, that was like the very first project I ever actually tried.
Yeah, he was knitting and like he pulled it really hard after every single
I
stitch.
kept poking holes in my fingers. I think at one point I broke one of my needles.
You did, and that's when I was, after you broke like 3 of them, I was like, babe, you need metal, not wood.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I broke like 2 or 3 needles.
And then dented his metal ones.
Dented my metal ones.
So, this is what I have left. I only have one more skein of this. No Makers Does Not Die. Has not been dying for a few years. This is Elf Pooped in My Stocking. I've had these 3 skeins for years. Because No Makers. I love this shawl. So I think if anything, if I can get through the actual body of the shawl and then I'm run out, I can do just straight red for the border, for the ribbed border. So we'll see. So yarn chicken, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I have one more full skein. This is what I have left of 2. We'll see.
Like, this is supposed to end up blocking flat, right?
Yes.
At this
this
end?
is the top.
Yeah, so, like, when I knit that one, this part right here, that whenever she's done, she'll block it flat.
I had to block his upside down.
And it was blocked upside down because it was so tight, we could not get that to straighten out. And so the top became the bottom, and yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was half the size it was supposed to be. And
yeah. Oh, it was so tiny.
So.
It's like a tea cozy.
But there we go. And I don't like to put my projects on giant needles because when I'm knitting, I like to scrunch all the needles up so that way I don't have to constantly be moving.
Scrunch the stitches.
Yes,
not
up on the needles.
If you're scrunching your needles, you're knitting like me.
Yeah. But I like to scrunch all the stitches up onto the needles so that way I'm not having to adjust the project all the time.
Right.
So, and this is in my bag from Happy Little Yarn. Ah! Sorry. Pattern.
See how she treats me?
Oh, stop.
How she talks to me?
This is a very basic shawl. I would recommend this to beginners. However, you need to know how to read a chart. The chart is very basic and simple though. So my last project, which is in my Knit for Brains.
That's an awesome bag.
Retro bag, 80s and 90s. Love this bag. And it's wire framed. Da-da. Hi, Laura. So I am knitting another So Faded sweater by Drea Renee Knits. I had not gotten to the second color. I had not separated for sleeves, but the last time I showed this.
Very pastel.
I know, I love it.
Since when do you like pastels?
I like soft pastels. I don't like baby pastels. This is not baby pastels.
You're putting way too many qualifiers on just pastel.
So, here's where I'm at. I've separated. I'm doing 5 inches per color. So I am at 4 inches, and it is blowing this out big time. There we go. So I am almost at 4 inches here. So the top color and this color, I don't remember what they were. I bought them at Knit City. 2019 when we went. Wasn't Yarn. Yes, it was Yarn Ink. Was it? I looked it up. Last week I told you what it was. I don't remember what it was. But this is how much I had left of my first color. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. Cover the face so it'll focus.
Yeah, it's still not really.
No.
Still blowing it out.
So, but it's got lots of little like subtle speckles in it. That was the first color. I still have to do the collar on that. This is what I have left of my second color. So I bought these two at Knit City specifically to go together in a project. And I had plans to design a shawl. That didn't happen. I started it and then a year and a half later frogged it. My other two are hedgehog fibers because I love hedgehog fibers. If I go into a yarn store and they have hedgehog fibers, I'm coming out with at least 2.
Truth. That is the truth.
Yes. So this one is taffy, which I don't think I've seen this one before. And then the other one is monarch, which I have seen before and intended to buy before and just didn't. So this will be my 4th color. So this is the next color. See? It's going to fade very well. Mm-hmm. So, and taffy has orange speckles in it. They all actually have kind of like an orangey speckle in it anyways. Yep. So, that one. This is the current one. Kind of. It's not as obvious, but there is some. So, this one has a lot more in it. It's a darker pink. And then this one is just like orange. It's a pinky orange. It's not that orange, would you say? Or is that accurate?
It's a little brighter on the screen, but yeah, that right there is pretty accurate.
Yeah, and I'm not usually an orange person. So, I don't know. But I've always liked this colorway. But, there we go. Because we know that just because I already have sweaters on the needles does not mean I can't cast on another one. By the way, I'm on TikTok. He is not. I am trying to post things on TikTok. This is my goal on TikTok that I'm not posting on Instagram. So I'm going to make TikToks that are not going to go to Instagram and reels on Instagram that are not going to go to TikTok. So
I keep it simple. I don't do anything with TikTok, so.
You also don't have a business. But yeah, that was my last whip. You can chunk it. So that's the reason why I do TikTok. But TikTok is going to be mostly, it's going to be just about me in general. So whatever I feel like doing at the moment. Instagram is more about what my business is and knitting. So, and I want to try and do separate things. Sometimes there might be overlap, but I want to try and keep it a little separate. So that way people on TikTok aren't seeing the exact same thing they just saw on my Instagram and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So, and you have no more whips.
Nope.
That was my last whip.
Yep.
Then it's time to move on to and now for something completely different. Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
What's in the news today?
Well.
He's already laughing at himself, so you know it should be a good one.
You ever sing in the shower?
No.
I do. I love singing in the shower.
I know I can hear you all the way out.
Singing in the shower is great until you get the soap in your mouth, and then it becomes a soap opera. Hey, babe.
I'm not drinking anymore.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
What do you call a fish wearing a sweater?
I don't know.
Sophisticated.
Wow. Anything else in the news, dear?
Do you know which bear is the most condescending?
No.
A panda. Oh. What did Tennessee?
What?
Same thing, Arkansas.
Wow.
Oh, let's see. What else? I have a few here. Well, I had some.
You should do your Arkansas shtick since you just talked about Arkansas.
I know we've done that before. I'm not doing it again.
But you never do it anymore, and it's funny. You've done it in at least a year or more.
Because we haven't gone through Arkansas.
Okay.
It's a very situational joke. We have to be in Arkansas.
No, do it, please.
Why?
Please, because it's funny. You've done it in over a year.
Babe, no.
You always say no and you never do it. It's hilarious. Anything else in the news?
Yes.
Since you're going to be a party pooper?
Yes. I was reading recently about driving laws. Mm-hmm. Because I want to make sure that I'm not breaking any laws while I'm driving. Keep that in mind. Okay. And I read that by law, you have to turn your headlights on when it's raining in Sweden. Okay, which is weird because how am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden?
Wah wah.
Do you know why the guy from Mexico City started taking Xanax for Hispanic attacks?
I don't want to laugh.
You should.
Anything else in the news?
No, I think that's it. I didn't. I have some other stuff here, but did you hear they came out with an invention to look through walls?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called a window.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome back, y'all. That was a surprise. So, now time for
Shop News.
I don't know where we were.
I was helping,
You didn't need to help.
but I wanted to.
So,
Said I don't contribute enough, so I was helping.
So, I had intended for this last update to have actual colorways. However, I also had a custom order. Yeah, we'll go with custom. No, special order. Special order. Somebody wanted 8 skeins of peach blossom on fingering weight. Fine, I can do that. Well, I mix it all up. And I had to do it in 3 batches because I only do 3 skeins at a time in a pan. Anyways, I mix it all up. I dye the first 2, and I'm like, that's really, really dark. Why is that so dark? The third one, I'm like, wait a minute. I go back there and I look. I had grabbed the wrong color because my dyes got mixed up. I just grabbed the one where that color was supposed to be. No, it was not. It was reddish brown.
So, do you not, like, when you pull the dye
I
out,
normally read
you
it.
don't...
I normally read it, and I thought that I looked at it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the right one. No, I just was like, oh, it's supposed to be there. I know it's supposed to be there. Reddish brown is, it shouldn't be, up here where the browns are. No, it's supposed to be right here. So I went back, I remixed it, and I got peach blossom, and I had to use the yarn that I was going to dye for the update to finish out her order. So instead, we have 6 unicorns. And if you're new here, unicorns are what I call one-of-a-kind skeins. So,
Ooks.
yes. I don't like ook, though, so I call them unicorns because they are special. They don't happen often. There's nothing wrong with the yarn. It just means they several things. Either I messed up, which is what happened this time.
It's either several things.
I messed up, which is what happened this time. I just want to play with different colors to see what looks good together and mixing and all of that. These are also non-repeatable. When it's unicorns, it means they are non-repeatable.
So get it, and you can brag to your friends that you have a Cherry Pie Cottage colorway that nobody else has.
Yes. So I believe these are unicorn 05. 005?
005?
Let me look. I can't remember what. Draft.
004?
004, yeah. I'm not sure what that one's in.
Bear with. She got distracted.
No, I didn't.
We'll talk. So,
I did not get distracted.
I really don't know what to talk about.
I don't know why that one's there. So it is 004. So, because sometimes I name them like Valentine Unicorn, Christmas Unicorn. Other times they're a number. So, these are non-repeatable. If they are unicorn, non-repeatable. So anyways, I have 6 unicorns that are going in the shop. So, grab
It's
them.
a nice color.
Yes, it's a very nice color.
Nice color. It's just not what you intended for it to be.
No, it's not. And I could repeat them, but I'm not going to. So it's real, like, this could probably be Black Forest cake, chocolate and cherry together.
Mm.
So these are slightly lighter than these, but
Why is that? I was going to ask that.
because what I had the reddish brown left over to put on the third batch, I dumped on these because I don't waste dye.
Ah.
So, yeah, so 6. But it's like so slight, you can't. They're just unicorns. So, the other possible reason why is they just don't come out of the dye pot the way I wanted them to. So, like, I've had a Sakura in there that came out and it had like blue speckles on it for some reason. Sakura's not supposed to have blue speckles on it, so that got put in as a unicorn. So, nothing wrong with it, it's just the color is not at all what I intended.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So.
6 unicorns will be in the shop, and I spent 3 weeks working on this new product, and it failed. Very badly, it failed.
I don't know about very badly. It's just there's some logistics that need to be worked out on it.
So it's in timeout for now.
Yeah.
I was I also did some faux leather stitch markers or progress keepers. I starting tomorrow, while supplies last, every order gets a set of 3 while supplies last. So
if you don't get it, supplies didn't last.
yes. But I decided not to put those in the shop because I am a critical perfectionist of my own work, and if it is not completely perfect, I don't want to sell it. He said that they were probably okay.
No. I gave you a few ideas of how to fix it. None of them really would work, so.
The progress keeper, not the zipper pull thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's why we need a glow forge.
Yes, that would be nice. The progress keeper, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not perfect because when you glue them together, it's very hard to get them perfectly aligned. So then when I go back to trim them up, it doesn't look as nice, and just, I was not okay with selling them. So instead, because tomorrow is also Memorial Day, every order gets a set of 3. So if you want one, go ahead and place an order, please.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Next update will be in 2 weeks. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the sneak peek of it. Why does it keep putting me there? I want the calendar, not... Okay, so... the 13th of June. Wow. I didn't know that. It is almost June.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
In 2 days, it'll be June. It'll be my birthday.
Still have about a month before your actual birthday, but
It's my birthday month.
it's just putting you closer to that big old 4-0.
I don't care.
I'm gonna hit it before him though.
I don't care. I've already got my gray spots coming in and
See, I don't.
my knee pain, and I'm set. I'm ready for 40.
He's still got a year and some change left, but I don't. I have less than a year. Yay! I'm actually okay. It's just what?
I got 2 years and change.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm 37.
You are 38. No, you will be 38.
So I have 2 years and change before I hit 40. The change is weeks, but still.
I hate the 3 months between our birthday. Because we're normally just a year apart. And yes, I am older than him by a year.
Yep. I want to be an older woman.
As long as he never ever calls me his old woman, we're good.
No, I would never refer to you as my old lady in front of you.
However, he does get in trouble when he's like, it's 15 months, it's not a year, it's 15. Yeah. No, it's a year. I pointed out to him, I said, you hate it when moms say it's a 15-month-old baby instead of just saying a year old.
It's a year old.
So, year apart. Bam. Anyways, so in 2 weeks, 4th of July bags will be in. Yeah.
Yep.
So, they're really cute fabric. I'm really excited. I'm going to start cutting them out tomorrow. Oh, I'm so excited. These are going to be fun. Anyways, but that's all I have for shop news. Yarn is probably going to be pretty sparse. I'm not going to say I'm not going to be dyeing it ever, but getting it is more difficult with inflation and the price of shipping, and it's a whole bunch of things. So when I can get it, I will put it in the shop, but it is not going to be as regular as it has been. I'm concentrating more on bags and different sizes and styles of bags. So over the summer, be watching. Be some really fun stuff going in. But it's time to move on to the tail end.
Wah.
Still not about anybody's butts.
No.
So we have a group on Facebook. CherryPieCottage, you got to answer 2 questions and answer them correctly before we let you in. However, whatever you post in there needs to be relevant to the CherryPieCottage group. So we had a reported post.
Yeah. And I don't even know what the person was trying to say, honestly.
I don't either. So
we just got rid of it.
Yeah. So if you see that, if you're a member in there and you see a post that is not about anything Cherry Pie Cottage or knitting or woodworking, let us know, report it, and we will look at it.
Yep.
So,
here on YouTube, do the YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 friends.
Yes.
So that way we can do on location stuff like out and about. We can do a giveaway once we hit 1,000. And we get bragging rights because we can go to our friends and say, nanny, nanny, boo boo, we have 1,000 friends and you don't. So,
yes, if you follow me on well, obviously, you're not going to know this because you don't watch us on YouTube. But if you watch us regularly and you are not subscribed, please subscribe.
Yep.
It helps get us out there so other people can enjoy our ridiculous rabbit holeness.
Yep.
So, God is good.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.